Person 54, so your energy engages at the Rainbow Road. And as you manifest onto this Rainbow Road, I see your body physically manifest, and you start tiptoeing, and I hear that classic tune that plays in like those old cartoons where like Mickey Mouse is tiptoeing and it goes doon 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 doon. And so you're like tiptoeing, and there's this wall, and you're tiptoeing alongside this wall, and then you start like scaling it like a kind of like a ninja, you know, with your arms out and like pushed up against it, stomach sucked in, like holding your breath, and you're just like total tiptoeing. And there's like windows and doors, and every time you come up to one of these things, it's like I can see your heart beating out of your chest, almost like you're this cartoon character. And it's like, you know, you're waiting for this big scare, or you're waiting for this big, you know, thrill. It's almost like the anticipation of something happening is coming. And so as you get to the end of this wall, this huge shoe comes from the sky and like takes out the Rainbow Road right in front of you, and it's just this huge brown shoe, like a loafer, and it comes down and just drops down. It's out of sight now, and there's like now a big gaping hole in the Rainbow Road. And so I'm getting like, with the anticipation, the tiptoeing, it's like walking on eggshells and like waiting for this other shoe to drop. And so as soon as we get that, then I see you're like now scaling, trying to repair this. So like the other shoes dropped, now you're the one who's having to repair the road. You're like on your hands and knees, like almost like laying these bricks, you know, slowly and cautiously rebuilding it. And then you finally get this Rainbow Road back together, and then now you like slide your left foot out and like kind of tap it and like test to make sure it's okay, and slide the right foot out, and then you like run across. So like there's a lot of this like trepidation and kind of not fear, but something like that moving forward. And so then you are at this like door frame that represents the next portal to move through to the next place. And I see you you get down on your knees and you start praying. And so you're in this praying stance. I don't hear any prayers, but I know you're praying. And then you bring your praying hands up on top of your head, almost like a shark fin, and you dive forward into the portal, and you then start twisting intensely. And I get that there's a submarine behind you, and you're this like torpedo that's been spit out of this submarine, and you're angling straight towards this island. And so you hit this island, you blow up this island. Basically this island like goes into, you know, a million pieces of rubble. And then you stand on top of the island, and you've got like the Superman cape on. You stand on top of this island, and it's like you've just conquered it. And since you stand on top of this island, and it's almost like you're the statue on top of the island. So I get that this almost represents like this is your island, and you just like blew it to shards. Like there's no longer. And so what I'm taking from this symbology is that, you know, whatever was you in the past is like no more. It's like, sorry, this is being blown up. We're starting new. And so now you're standing atop this island, and as you look up into the sky, all this rainbow light comes down. To me, rainbow light is like the healing energy, 10th dimensional energy. And so you bring all this light down into the rubble. And so I'm visualizing this rubble being like your body, and I know I've read your partner, and this is very symbolic of something that I saw with them. So I'm starting now to get your partner's energy in here, and I know what your partner is going through from their reading as well. And so I start to feel this rebuilding process for both of you right now in this root chakra, or this like very primal part of your being. It's like both of you are being kind of blown to shards and having to kind of rebuild, which the fact that both of you are getting this at the exact same time is so powerful, in my opinion anyways, because you're giving the opportunity to rebuild in a new direction together, which is really interesting. And so your partner's energy starts to come in, and I see you now taking this rainbow colored light, bringing it into this land, and now I see you transition into this golden dust. It's almost like seeds, and you're your body disapparates almost into this golden mist, and I see you almost blanket this new land, right? So first you start out over the rubble, and then it becomes this golden, pristine like land, and I get this energy, this energy of the two of you coming together and moving forward in a new direction now is rebuilding this landscape that is just divine and really connected, and what's that word when like when something's really rich, the soil's really rich, like it's just like it's healthy, it's I don't know, when it's like a really mineral rich, I get that's that feeling like you're right now putting in so much good intention that, you know, the growth platform is undeniable. Fruitful is maybe the word I'm looking for. And so then you move forward, and we're moving now to your Akashic records, and I expect this to be your home. It looks like your home. And so you move into the records, which is through a door, and as you walk in, your home has this like kind of maze, but it's more like a spiral that goes around the perimeter of the home and moves into the center. And so you walk in, and again, I see you flat against the wall, and that song, that doon song starts playing again, and you start scaling the walls. So here we go again. You're on eggshells. You're tiptoeing. You're really kind of in that frightful, like, what's gonna happen? Like, I'm gonna creep in and not cause any disturbances. I don't want to be found out, type of a thing. And so you move, and you're scaling the entire perimeter, and it starts to circle you into the heart of the home. And as you've scaled every wall now, it's like you're now in the heart of the home. And as you get in the heart of the home, you're like, I made it. And you lay down on your floor because you've just like had so much energy and anticipation of feet kind of the scared whatever, that you like pass out in the middle of the floor. And then it comes in this like almost like a clown jumping out, like basically, or a ghost, like jumps out and like scares you, and you have like this heart attack, and it's like, not again. Like, it's almost like you were anticipating this to happen. It's like back in the very beginning, this other shoe to fall, and and as you got into the middle and you let your guard down, it happened, and there you go, you proved yourself right again, and now you have your heart attack, and now you're not heart attack, not literally, but like you were so scared, and you were waiting for this to happen the whole time. And it's almost like you created this happening because you had so much anticipation that it was going to happen. And then finally, it happened at the very end when you let your guard down. And so after this, everything kind of disappears now, and your Akashic records start to open up, and I call down your higher self, and your Akashic records begin to, it's almost like a vacation, like an internal, I feel like the beaches around palm trees start growing in your records. There's like all these hammocks lining the walls, and I'm like, nice. And so I call your higher self down, and your higher self it goes and lays in a hammock, and I go and lay down next to your higher self, and you hold my hand, and we're really friendly, and you're just like so calm and serene and peaceful in this divine state, and you're telling me that this is your natural state of being, that you enjoy this non-confrontational, this is like who you are, you're this, you create this like sense of vacation, wherever you are, but that, and this is like your most divine alignment, right? But what's happening in life right now, and what your higher self was saying, is that, and I got this image of Men in Black, where I think it was the first one, where that alien crashes, and that weird lady is in her kitchen, and she's like, he's wearing an Edgar suit. So this is what's playing in my head. So I get this vision of all these suits that are you. So I see these 3 different suits. I see a home suit, a work suit, and a personal suit. And so I see that your like soul kind of goes into this suit and becomes a different person in these different situations. And that this true alignment of you, this paradise kind of being, this serene, just always happy-go-lucky, almost like Jimmy Buffett style energy, gets lost in whatever role you're having to play. And so I feel in your higher self is expressing that you keep stepping into these roles and feeling like you have to live out this role in these different situations, and that you're not allowing that divine alignment of your true essence to connect you through all of these places. And so you continue, and that's, I'm pulled back to the like very anticipatory, like scaling the walls, it kind of fearful of what's going to happen, because you're not always yourself, you're not always creating that vibe of just like happy-go-lucky, easygoing. It's almost like you're on defense a lot of the time. And so your higher self was basically saying, what's for your greatest good to know at this moment in time is that you need to bring this component of you that can always connect to the most serene, balanced, calm energy. You have to bring this through and basically teach the people around you this energy, because you're stepping into a situation in an energy that's not you, and allowing the things around you to dictate to you this this engagement, or this anticipation, or that shoe that's going to drop, or that that kind of fearful tiptoeing, eggshell walking thing, where if you can embody this calmness, and it's not even calmness, it's this like enjoying, it's totally Jimmy Buffett, right? It's that theory, it's like this like carpe diem, this like life is good, like life is easy, life is good, life is a vacation. Like if you can bring that in these different situations and not feel like you have to put on that suit, that the harmony will kind of surround your setting, and you'll teach the people around you how to also embody this kind of carpe diem attitude. And so that was the message from the higher self, is to reconnect with this divine component of you, and just to seize the day, basically. And by you doing that and being able to hold that, you will allow those around you in whatever situation you're in to also embody that and not get that charged engagement, because you're the one who inevitably is tiptoeing around all these people because of their energy. So if you can allow yourself and to hold that light, then it'll help to transform those people who surround you. So with light and love.